Hi everybody. So it's been a little while. Something happened with my phone to where I didn't have access to all the videos that I took while we were moving to California. So I just wanted to sit down and tell you guys a little about it until I get those videos up, and about where we're at now and all that stuff and what's going on. So today is actually the 10th of September. So we've lived here about a week. Yeah, about a week. So yeah, let me just dive in. We left on the 28th from Missouri, and we drove, and we stopped about every 2 hours. So, because we had our dogs with us and we had to. Yeah, it was pretty great. We managed to get my car on a U-Haul puller, a car carrier. So Tim and I got to ride together with the dogs in the truck, and that was really great. It was a good, I wouldn't say bonding experience, but it was a good family time. Good family time. We loved it. So yeah, we left at like 9:30ish on the 28th. And yeah, we stopped every 2 hours, and we eventually made it down to Tucumcari, New Mexico, which is kind of at the top of a mountain, but it's not a type of a mountain that you think of like at the peak of a mountain. It's just like the elevation is a lot higher than like elevation around it. So once my mom and dad told me that it was on top of the mountain, I was like, oh no, should I be bringing like snow boots? Like, I don't know, but no. So anyway, we were in Tucumcari. It was a great hotel. It was dog friendly. It was amazing. They had a little dog area for dogs to go outside and just play, and there were no other dogs. There were other dogs there, but we never like bumped into them with our dogs. So our dogs had a bunch of fun time outside. And then the next day we left, and our first stop was actually in Albuquerque, which is where I was born, which was pretty cool. We didn't do anything because we were so focused on just driving where we needed to drive. But it was nice knowing that I was back in the town that I was born. I mean, I didn't recognize anything because I've been back there in a long time, but yeah. And then after that, we made another stop before this, but we went to Flagstaff, Arizona. Beautiful. Yeah, definitely like to go back there. So yeah, and after Flagstaff, we went straight down through the mountain, and it was crazy. It's crazy steep. And we had our car carrier, so that was insane. Tim drove the entire thing, by the way. I offered, but he said he could do it, and he did it. He drove all the way there. So he drove all the way to Phoenix, which was our next stop, which is where we stayed for a few days. I don't know how many days, like 4 or 5 days, I don't know. But we stayed with some family there. Amazing. They are amazing people, and I'm so happy that we got to stay with them and kind of see into their lives a little bit, because I've never gotten to spend a lot of time with them before because they lived in a different state than we did, but I really like them. And they also had a baby that we were around, and she was adorable and it was great. So yeah. Then on the 2nd, which was a Sunday, Tim had to come and check in with his unit here in California. So we took off about 9-ish, 10-ish maybe. I don't know. It's only 4 hours. Yeah, it's only 4 hours away from here. So we took off about 10-ish, got here around 3-ish. We didn't make any stops because the dogs, we were like, you know what, 4 hours, they can do that, we can do that, you know? Which actually I think we made one stop right before the California border, because in California you can't leave your dogs in vehicles no matter how long of the time, if you have remote start, if it's on, if it's off, with the windows down or not. So knowing that, we stopped right before the California border and went in and got some like munchies, and we got gas, I think, and yeah, just so we wouldn't have to do that in California if we needed to. And then we got here and we actually got into a hotel. And the hotel is the one on base. It was beautiful. It was great. right across from the commissary, so we got to go get food there. That was good. Trying to think. After that, Tim went and checked in, came back. We stayed there until the 4th, which is actually when we got to move into our house. So I'll explain that. Anyway, so the 4th is when we moved into our house. And it was great. We're here now. Tim's actually at work and I'm here because I still don't have a job, but I've applied to 1,000,003 things, so hopefully something will come back and say, yeah, sure, yeah, come in for an interview at least. So, yeah, so we moved in, took us a while, had to get the electric on because it was really hot. Luckily we got that on the same day. Yeah, we're still trying to familiarize ourselves with the area, like shopping, where to shop, what's the best deal, that kind of stuff. Walmart's 30 minutes away, so we've already gone there a few times. We actually went there on Saturday because we were like, we should probably get food for the rest of the week. So we did that. Yeah. And there's a dog park here that we've taken the dogs to once. We were there for like 3 hours, so they liked it. You know, it's a dog park. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna be filming our kitchen rental remodel. I don't know how to word it right. I'm going to be redoing a bunch of stuff in our kitchen. It's exactly what you think a rental kitchen would look like. Everything's brown and boring, except the fridge is white, and it's just not what I like or Tim likes. So I'm going to be talking to our landlord to make sure it's okay, but I'm going to be going ahead and painting some stuff and putting some laminate and some peel off wallpaper. Hopefully it'll all be okay and I'll video it all and it'll be good. And the next thing, I think Tim's going to be wanting to rebuild our bed frame, which he already built. He built our last one, but that one was too, it gets kind of worn whenever you like put the screws in and out, have to move it a bunch. So I think Tim's gonna be doing something different this time. I don't know. I don't even know what's going through his head, so he'll do that and it'll be great. Yeah. So yeah, we're in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. It's actually a duplex. We don't have a yard, but there's a bunch of space around us, so we can take the dogs out on leashes. Yeah, and our neighbors, a bunch of them are Marines, so that's comforting. The guy right next door in our duplex, like in the same building, the duplex over, him and his wife have 2 dogs. I haven't met the dogs, but I will one day. It'd be nice. They have 2 dogs, looks like 2 pit bulls or bull terriers, something like that. And every now and then they bark at stuff outside, and then my dogs hear it and they decide, oh, we're barking now. So all the dogs are barking. And I can hear the wife over there yelling at their dogs, and then I'm yelling at my dogs, and it's just a lot. So yeah, that was what you just heard about the barking, but luckily my dogs hear his wife yelling at their dogs and they stop too. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's just been a roller coaster. Once I find all the footage from us moving, I will definitely putting that video out, along with all the photos, because I took so many photos. Yeah, so I'm going to get off of here and go start unpacking even more stuff. So yeah, so stay tuned, and I will show you the rest of the mess unfolding. All right, bye!